Dokie. So if you have a crawl space house and you need to bust through it to get an access hole, well, you're in the right spot. I'm going to show you today. I'm going to bring you in close and show you how to do that with just minimal tools. And we're going to bust through this. So get ready. A good access hole on this end of the house, but the problem is it's great for this end of the house, but down here it's very hard to get through all the sewer drains and pipes and gas lines and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a hole right here somewhere, and I'm going to go inside and show you how I decide on how to figure out where I'm going to put that. But we're going to do that. There's going to be a refrigerator line right here and an oven, so there's going to be gas and water here. Also, I'm going to have a silcock, or also known as an outside faucet spigot, which I'm going to be putting in soon right here behind the fridge spigot. And then there's the sink and the drains for the sink. So what I want to do is put an access hole right here so that I can access everything in the kitchen. So I'll have an access for the kitchen, an access for the bathroom, and right here, the masonry blade. And I got it at Lowe's. They're really cheap. This is actually from the Stone Age. It was on my first project when I was 18.
So I've had this for a long time, but there it is. It's a masonry blade, and I'm gonna put it on my skill saw.
That's it, cordless. Here's the window outside, and I want that hole right here. So what I'm gonna do, as you can see, inside the rocks here, there's some mortar right here, and you can kind of see where the rocks are and the mortar and such. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut down with that saw right here, and there's another break right here, I believe. Yep, right there, and some mortar right here. But I'm going to have to cut through these rocks, and then essentially I'm just going to start sledgehammering it with the sledgehammer. And I got two smaller hammers. In the hole, and you can see there's a hole big enough here, well past big enough. And playing with rocks is kind of like a marriage, and you got to give a little and take a little. I wanted to go right, but I had to go left this time because, you know, she does her own thing sometimes. And that's how I ended up here. But what I've got is a straight line here. There's nothing sticking out right here. I have to fill in these holes right here with rocks, and right here with rocks. And I'm going to re-concrete all that. Remove some rocks, some more rocks. There was a couple of loose rocks right here that I actually had to remove. And all I've done is taken little pieces and filled in these spots and played Tetris pretty much in that little gap. Took out a couple more little flat rocks right here. And everything here is tight. What I'm going to do now is piece in this little area. It's going to come out to about right here, and that'll leave me a big enough spot right here.
Here it is.
It's all patched together. All the rocks are put in place, and you want the patchwork to be as thick as the actual foundation, so keep that in mind. You want to make sure it's big enough to crawl through, and then it's big enough to crawl through after putting a 2x6 on both sides and framing in a little door slash vent and such, which I'm going to make a whole video on that. So stay close. You're going to want to subscribe to my channel, follow along. But let's keep going. I'm going to patch all this in with the actual mortar now. Also, you want to clean everything and get everything wet.
I'm gonna
blow it with a blower, all this dirt away, and I'm going to spray it with water. And then I'm going to put these rocks back. I've removed those rocks right there, and keep note that I did stack the rocks right here in order so that I don't forget, and I'm doing one side at a time so that I can manage memorizing the Tetris game. So I'm going to do this side first and show you how I do it.
And this is
concrete mortar from Lowe's. It does not have rocks in it or anything. It says mortar on the bag. It's cheap from Lowe's. I'm going to mix it up in that concrete bucket with that shovel. bring it over here. The first thing I'm doing is setting concrete down. And the concrete on the back side as well. You want to do what I've done here on the front, on the back. Now I'm going to do this on the other side. Let this dry for a little bit and I'll show you what it looks like. And make sure that you don't do this in the rain. I've chosen a bad day to do this, but we're going for it anyway. And I'm not quitting and I'm not slowing down. Crawl space hole pretty much done. Tomorrow morning, actually, it ended up drying up. You know, Oklahoma changes, the weather changes every 5 seconds. But it sunnied up and I finished this for the first coat on both sides. And I'm gonna let this dry overnight. And in the morning, I'm gonna glaze this one more time to smooth it out and make it look nice. And make sure that it's level over here and over here. And then it'll be ready, and I'm also going to level this bottom part right here with concrete, and then it'll be ready for putting in the wood and the screenings so that it can vent out underneath the house and that I can also access it. So stay close, you're going to want to see how I do all that. And it is going to get messy, so get ready. I had to build a bridge and everything. It is day 2 and I have the concrete mixed up, and what I'm doing is I'm just slapping it on right here, and I actually got a level. And I'm going to make sure that these edges, the left and the right, are both level, straight, because you're going to be putting a piece of wood on that once it dries, and concrete's not exactly easy to like shave down. So there it is. This one's straight mostly, and this one's getting there. I wanted to make this concrete thicker, so I added in a little bit of mortar mix. Okay, this bottom is done, the right is done, the left is not going to be level. I've left it off a little bit so that in my next video you can see how to fix that. I left a little imperfection there, and I'm going to show you why I put this crawl space hole right here. If you like home improvement videos, subscribe to my channel. If this was helpful in any way, go ahead and like it. See, there's all my plumbing. I've got a lot of connections right here. I've got water lines, sewer lines, gas lines, and I'm going to be going this way, down that way, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of plumbing down over there. And also remember, my kitchen is right above us. I'm going to be running my refrigerator lines right on the other side of this wall, and my silcock or my outside spigot right there. So follow along, subscribe to my channel if you like home improvement videos. See you next time.